Home Affairs Minister Siyabonga Cwele says OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg had the highest volume of travellers over the past festive season. He was speaking at a media briefing in Pretoria. Cwele says the airport had over 997,000 travellers passing through during the holiday season.
This briefing is focusing on how the extension of our operational hours as Department of Home Affairs impacted on the provision of services to citizens, and also to share how did we manage to improve the movement of the people across our borders, our movement system during the festive season. And we shall also touch briefly on what we've just publicized in the Gazette on the 18th of September, which is a white paper on the Home Affairs. Let me start with the extended hours. In the recent years, we have observed that our offices receive higher volumes of citizens during the period after the New Year celebration and the start of the schooling. Learning from this experience, we extended our operating hours at our large and some medium offices from the 2nd to the 11th of January. We extended the operation hours across the country to provide the services to citizens and other clients, and starting from now 7 o'clock to 1900 hours. Extending office hours benefited citizens who were looking for the enabling documents, which are important particularly for at that period for registration of students who are going to schools and universities. There are citizens who came to collect their IDs, which we are very proud of those, so that they can prepare themselves for the registration. This coming weekend is a big final push for the final registration for the general elections which will be held this year. The intervention helped in testing our officers' readiness to serve eligible voters, particularly for the weekend of the 26th and 27th. Our people need identity documents in order to register to vote. Overall, the operations went very well. I visited some of these offices in 3 provinces during this period, and I am satisfied that our offices are ready to assist citizens this coming weekend. We are attending to the glitches which we have experienced during this test period. I appeal to those who have applied for their identity document to come and collect them at our Home Affairs offices. Currently, we've just got about 300,000 documents which lie uncollected in our offices. Most of them, about 70–80% of these were applied for in the year 2018. We will give you the breakdown of this, but most of the uncollected IDs are from Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, and Western Cape. But it goes across all provinces, but the largest numbers are from Gauteng, mainly around from Soweto and the northern parts of Pretoria. What were the benefits of these extended hours to our citizens? 116 citizens visited our Home Affairs offices for various services, applying for smart cards, collecting documents, getting temporary ID certificate, registering the births of their children, and applying for birth certificate and resolving various queries. And of course, because the population is big in this province, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng were leading in the numbers of those who visited us during those extended hours. In the main, our analysis shows that citizens made use of this opportunity to apply for smart ID cards and passports and collect the same. The total number of applications received over the period, that period from 2nd of January to period of smart cards and passport is 82,383, and those who collected the documents were about 29,000. which then shows this discrepancy that more people come and apply, but we still got few people who come and collect these documents once they are processed. Maybe some of the people still think we take long to process. We process these documents very fast now, the application of IDs and passports. We do have a table, for instance, in Eastern Cape. The application were 5,000, just over 5,000, and collection 3,000. Free State 3.6 thousand, collection 2,000, and so on. But of course, the largest number was Gauteng, 11,000 application, collection 5,000. KwaZulu-Natal 11.7 thousand, collection 4,000, and so on. When it comes to the movements through our borders, movement statistics, we experience higher traveler movement across our ports of entry, with travel influenced mainly by tourism, cross-border employment, business, education programs. The statistics on the movement are important indicator on how busy our ports are and how efficient we are processing movements. When comparing the statistics from the 1st of December to the 15th of last year to the 15th of January to those of the previous 2 years, we have seen marginal increase of about 0.6%. This year we recorded 6,852,972 movements compared to 6,811,510 movements in 2018. The top nationalities cleared our port of entry over these periods were from Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Swaziland, Botswana, United Kingdom, Germany, USA, Namibia, and Zambia. OR Tambo International Airport clears the highest volumes with just under 1 million people who went through OR Tambo. It was followed by Bait Bridge, 884,000. Libombo border post, 625,000. Fixback Bridge between us and Lesotho, 471,000, and Maseri Bridge, 428,000. I thank our travelers for their conduct during this period and all officials across government for meticulous planning, execution, and responsiveness to the operational matters during this festive season. Let me come to the third issue now of the publication of the white paper. We are digging the foundations for modern, secured, and professional home affairs. In pursuit of this, we invited interested persons and organizations to submit written comments on the draft white paper of home affairs on the 18th of January this year. Or they must comment by 18th of February this year, so they've got a month to comment. The white paper seeks to find sustainable solutions to the challenges we face, including those relating to long queues, staff shortages, infrastructure, office space, connectivity, and network challenges. After consideration of these comments, the final draft white paper will be tabled to Cabinet for approval. Once approved, the white paper will present a solid policy platform that will define the mandate of the Department of Home Affairs and guide the legislation, strategy, and operations. The white paper does not change really the mandate of Home, but for the first time, the full mandate is clearly specified and spelled out. The first mandate is to manage official identity document and status of the person. That's a key mandate. The current National Population Register is being replaced by a secure and fully inclusive National Identification System, NIS, which will reflect key data related to identity, civic, and migration status of all persons. So it's an integrated system of a National Population Register. In a digital age, NIS will be a backbone of a more integrated modern state that provides citizens and other clients fast access to efficient services. It will thus be a powerful enabler to inclusive economic development and will drastically reduce fraud and other related crimes. So I think that's a key mandate, this new national identity system which is integrated. The second mandate of the department is to manage international migration. The 2017 White Paper on International Migration has been incorporated into the policy framework and aims to regulate international migration in our national interest and in the interest of a better and a safer world. Migration can be a powerful driver of domestic and regional development, but this requires a state that has efficient systems, professional staff, and capacity to enforce migration laws. The third mandate of the Department of Home Affairs is to manage asylum seekers and refugees. South Africa is committed to providing protection to persons who have well-founded fears of persecution as defined in the Refugee Act of 1998. This is a responsibility that should be shared with other countries, international bodies, and domestic stakeholders. Maybe just to add, in December we had this UN meeting on the refugee and migrants, which puts responsibility on states, both those who are receiving and those who are actually sending, that they must take some responsibility of their citizens. An implementation strategy and a broad roadmap are provided that show how significant benefits can be progressively realized after launching the comprehensive repositioning program of the Department of Home Affairs. Over the next financial year, which is 2019-2020, the strategic focus will be putting in place enable conditions for launching a full-scale repositioning program. This will include detailed design and costing of modern and secured home affairs in consultation with stakeholders and partners. The white paper details the main implementation phase of this repositioning program. So that's why then we are just asking you as members of the media if you can spread and encourage our citizens to comment. In conclusion, we have a number of documents which are lying in our offices, and we are appealing to our citizens to come and collect these documents. Not only on the weekend of the 26, 27, but even from some of our offices are operating even on weekends from now. But we encourage them from Monday until the day of registration. Please come and collect your documents we've applied for, particularly the smart cards, which are sitting in our offices, and the green ID booths.
Zimbabwean police have